In this video, we are going to break down the exact insurance program that you need to best cover your antique store. Here we go. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of 𝗨𝗏, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. Now, when it comes to owning an antique store, you're going to have a wide variety of products, potentially, with a wide variety of values. And there are a few coverages that I'm going to run through real quick, which are the basics, and then there are a few things that I'm going to talk about in a minute that are actually specific to antique stores and antique shops that you need to consider. So first and foremost, you need a business owner's policy. This is going to cover slips, trips, and falls, third-party bodily injury. This is going to be your general liability policy. It's also going to cover basic property that you have. So any property that you have in the store, not necessarily inventory, we're going to get to that in a second, but property, cash registers, file cabinets, desks, chairs, all of the showcasing equipment. So any type of shelving that you have, any type of showcases or anything like that, that's going to be covered on your general property. And then there's a whole bunch of other coverages included in there. You can add maybe some employment practices liability. There may be some business interruption coverage. There's going to be a whole plethora of other coverages, maybe even crime coverage if you have employees. That's employee theft crime. Are going to be covered in your business owner's policy. You want to walk through that with your insurance professional, make sure that you're properly covered there. If you have employees, then you're going to want to have a workers' comp policy. Fairly straightforward for an antique store. Not too much to worry about there. You just want to make sure that you have your payroll right. But otherwise, classifications are pretty straightforward. If you do anything like deliver or go pick up items, if you're going and doing any kind of like estate sale shopping and doing actual commercial work with a vehicle and bringing large amounts of quantity back or large amounts of inventory back to the shop to be categorized and potentially sold, then you're going to want to look at a commercial auto policy. Just being careful that any work you do that's commercially related with a personal vehicle can be excluded by the insurance company if you get into an accident. If they know you're doing commercial driving, such as picking up items to become inventory for your business, and you get into an accident related to that work, your personal auto policy can deny that claim. So you want to move that to a commercial auto policy that covers all your bases, both the personal usage and the commercial usage. So those are kind of the core. Also think about a cyber liability policy. Small businesses unfortunately become a massive target for cyber criminals because oftentimes they're very easy targets, and cyber liability can be a really good way of protecting you and your business, creating that foundation upon which you can grow your business. Now, the one piece that we really want to focus on when it comes to antique shops is your actual inventory itself. And this is where we want to be very smart about the coverages that we put on. Do not want to over-insure your business, but if you have items of intrinsic value beyond the replacement cost of those items, which often can be the case with antique shops, particularly if those items are more than, say, $1,500 in value, you're going to want to specifically schedule them, or at least take an inventory note and make sure that you have, alongside your business owner's policy, proper coverage limits for your inventory. This is the items that you're actually going to sell. Now, additionally, if you're doing any kind of consignment work and taking custody of other people's property and selling it for them, that is an inland marine policy, which, depending on how the carrier handles it, may be Belize coverage, it may be something else, it may be included just in a specific inland marine policy. But what you want to make sure is that you have specific secondary limits for items that you're selling and or aren't yours that you are reselling for someone else. Important to think through these things, because if you did ever have a fire and you had issues and now you're trying to replace inventory, or you're trying to make whole people whose items you actually were holding on to, you can find yourself in a pickle. And by properly insuring these things, it doesn't mean adding a tremendous amount of cost. It just means making sure that your coverages line up properly and are properly categorized. You can solve a lot of these problems. So if this is the kind of relationship that you'd like to have with your insurance professional, we would love to work with you. We work in all 50 states, so wherever we are, we can provide service and coverage. And the best way to get a hold of us is give us a call, 518-960-6600. That's 518-960-6600. You can visit us online at 𝗨𝗏. You can visit us online at 𝗨𝗏.com. You can email us at @𝗨𝗏@𝗨𝗏.com, or I'm sure there's a button or a link somewhere around this video, let you contact us. Whichever way you choose, we look forward to working with you.